In this video, I'm going to be going over all the steps to open up and also start investing in a Roth IRA today. So start to finish, we can do this together, or you can simply watch this through and save it to watch for reference later down the road. But of course, I always recommend getting started as early as possible. For one, it's impossible to time the market. No one ever knows exactly when the market is going to crash or when it will increase. And for two, timing the market always beats trying to time the market. Every single year over the past decade, experts have predicted for the market to crash, and had someone waited over the last 10 years to start investing, they would have lost out on around 17% yearly gains on average. So much better to just start investing now, even if the market does go down, because in the end, it's pretty difficult to predict what the market is going to do, and you definitely do not want to miss out on any more gains. Okay, so as far as recommendations for brokerages to use, I personally use Fidelity, but you certainly can't go wrong with some of the others such as Vanguard. For this example, we will be using Vanguard. Now I currently use Fidelity, but we're just going to be using Vanguard simply because I do not yet have an account, so we can go through the step-by-step process of signing up for an account. So you will want to start out by going to Vanguard.com. Once you get on their main website, it should look something like this. You'll be clicking on Personal Investors on their main website. Once you get to that website, we'll go under what we offer. Under there, you'll see IRAs under Accounts and Plans. You'll go ahead and click on IRAs. And then from there, you'll scroll down just a little bit. It'll say Ready to get started, open an IRA today. You'll go ahead and click on Get Started. Now you have a couple of different options here. You can open a new account. That's what we're going to be choosing today, or you can move an account or assets to Vanguard. So if you already have an IRA perhaps at Fidelity, you can move it over to Vanguard, but in this case, we're just going to be opening a new account. So the first question is asking is how will you initially fund your new account? Will it be a bank transfer, a rollover from an employer plan such as a 401k, or an investment account transfer from another firm? For this one, since we're just opening our Roth IRA, we'll be go ahead and clicking on bank transfer. Go ahead and click continue. And then it's asking if you already have a login. No, we are new here, so we're going to go ahead and continue. And then on this page it's saying things you'll need. You'll need your bank account and routing numbers to find your new account. This should be on your online banking. If you go to your bank's website, it should have both your routing number and your account number, or if you have personal checks, it should show those numbers on your checks as well. And then it's also asking for your current employer's name and address if applicable. So then you'll go ahead and click on continue. It'll take you to the next page, and it's saying select the account type you want to open. We're going to go ahead and click on individual retirement investing, brokerage IRAs, and then we're going to choose between a traditional IRA and a Roth IRA. Now for this video, it's going to be a Roth IRA. That's what we're going to be choosing. So with a Roth IRA, essentially any of the gains that you do make once you go to take those gains out at the age of 59 and a half or later, none of that will be taxable. Whereas with a traditional IRA, any of the gains that you do make will be taxable at the current rate. So after we click on Roth IRA, we'll go ahead and click on continue. And then at this page, it's going to be asking a little bit of information about yourself. It's going to be asking for your first and last name, your email, your date of birth, your social security number, your country of citizenship, and your gender. So we're going to go ahead and type all that in and then click on continue. And then on this next page, it's going to be asking for your address and phone number. So we're going to go ahead and type that in and click on continue as well. And then once you type in all the information, you're just going to click on continue again, just to verify what you typed in is indeed correct. And then after that, it's going to take you to a page to set up your website access. So you'll be typing in your username. In addition to your password, your username should be 6 to 12 characters long with only letters and numbers. And then your password should be 6 to 20 characters with at least 2 letters and 2 numbers. So let's go ahead and choose a username and a password, and then we'll go ahead and click on continue. And then of course you will want to go ahead and click in that checkbox saying that you do agree with the terms, and then go ahead and click on continue. Then once you click on continue, you have some security questions that you have to answer. There are a few different questions. So you'll go ahead and go over those. One of the questions being, what was the first name of your first boyfriend or girlfriend, the first name only, and what is your current best friend's first name? You'll go ahead and answer those questions and click on continue. So now we've reached the step where we can enter the bank on file. So you'll need your account and routing number, or actually what you can do is you can actually log into the website of your bank on here. It's very secure, and then you can add your bank account information this way. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do right now. Now, once you do log into your bank, it may be asking to verify you are who you say you are. So it may be sending you a text or email, and you just have to verify a certain code that they send you. Okay, and so from there, you just have to click on the bank account that you wish to use, and then you'll go ahead and click on Save and Continue. And then once you get to this step, it's just going to be asking you to choose which bank account you are going to be using to send the money over to your Roth IRA. So once again, you'll just be using the same account that you just added. So then you'll click on Save and Continue. And then once you get to this page, it's just going to be asking to enter an initial investment amount for your Roth IRA. And then it's going to be asking, are you funding this account with rollover money from an IRA or employer plan? For this, we're going to be clicking no, unless of course you're going to be rolling over money from a previous IRA or an employer plan. And then you're going to be putting how much you want to put towards your 2021 contribution, and then how much you're going to be putting towards your 2022 contribution. Now keep in mind, by the time you watch this video, it may be too late to contribute towards 2021. More than likely, it's going to be towards 2022 or possibly even in the future. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and type in $500 for the 2022 contribution. That's how much we want to do, just to max it out at $6,000. Now, if you're over the age of 50, you can actually contribute up to $7,000 every single year. But if you're under that age, you can contribute $6,000. So personally, I try to invest $500 every single month to make it dollar cost average out to $6,000 over a period of a year. So we'll go ahead and click on Save and Continue. Now it's asking about your employment. Are you employed? Are you employed by Vanguard? Are you retired? Are you self-employed, or are you not employed? You'll go ahead and choose your employment status there. And then it's going to be asking for your company details. You're going to be typing in your company, the nature of business, and also the business street address. And then on the bottom of this page is also going to be having you check all that apply. Most likely, none of these are going to apply to you, but do read it over carefully. It's saying my spouse is a Vanguard employee. I am an associated person or another person who will have financial interest or trading authority over the account is an associated person. Or I am a control person of a publicly traded company, or a member of my household is a controlled person. Again, for me, none of these apply. For you, that may be different, but most likely not. So once you answer that question, you'll go ahead and click on Save and Continue. And then on the next page, it's going to be asking for your annual income as well as your liquid net worth. You'll go ahead and choose that amount and go ahead and click on Save and Continue. And then on the next page, it's asking what are the sources of money going into this account? Are they salaries, Social Security benefits? You'll choose that and then go ahead and click on Save and Continue. And then it's going to be asking what your purpose for this account is. Is it capital preservation, income, growth, or speculation? You'll go ahead and choose any of those. No right or wrong answer here. Then you'll click on Save and Continue. And then basically it's just going to be telling you to review your application to open the account. So you'll just want to look all this information over and then just make sure everything is okay. And then if it is, then you'll go ahead and click on Save and Continue. And then finally on this page, it's just going to be asking you to review and sign new account agreements. So you just want to look over this. I would definitely recommend reading it, but as always, you will have to go ahead and sign off on this. You will click on I sign and agree if you do agree with all this information, and then you go ahead and submit your application. Okay, now that you have your application in, you will want to go back to their main website, Vanguard.com. You'll click on Personal Investors once again, and then you'll go ahead and click on the Login button. It's going to be asking for your username and password, so you'll just type in that information that you just typed in, whatever your username and password happen to be. Okay, so I'm already logged in here. We're going to go ahead and click on My Accounts here at the top, and then click on Account Overview. So we're going to go ahead and load this page up here. We're going to go ahead and click on our Roth IRA Brokerage. So then here at the top, it's going to be saying buy and sell. We'll click on that, and it's going to drag down, and we're going to want to go ahead and click on Trade Vanguard ETFs, or you can also choose Trade Stocks and Listed Securities. So you can choose between numerous things here. There are different things that you can invest in within your Roth IRA. You can invest into stocks if you want to invest in, say, let's say Apple, Meta, Microsoft, or any particular stock like that. But what I personally recommend is just to invest in index funds or mutual funds. That way you're not putting all your eggs into one basket. You're not putting all of your money into Apple or Microsoft, for example. Even though these two companies may do very well over the next 30 to 40 years, again, you're also putting all of your eggs into one basket. If they were to fail for whatever reason, then also your money would be going down as well. So better to have your money spread out over hundreds, if not thousands of companies, and that's exactly what an index fund is. You don't just have your money in Apple, you don't just have your money in Microsoft, you have a little bit in Apple, you have a little bit in Microsoft, you have a little bit in Johnson & Johnson, you have a little bit in Home Depot, you have a little bit in real estate, so you have a lot more diversification. So then on this page, there are going to be different disclaimers where you have to sign like the New York Stock Exchange agreement. We're going to go ahead and click accept after you read through all that, and if you do accept, so then after we accept those agreements, if we do accept them, we're going to be going back to that previous page. We're going to be clicking on buy and sell. And then in this example, we're just going to be looking to trade Vanguard ETFs. So in this case, we're going to need an ETF symbol for what we are going to invest in. Me personally, I really like VOO. Again, you should do your own research, find out which ETF might be best for you. Or again, you might just want to invest in stocks into your Roth IRA. So you can certainly choose that as well. But for me, I would like to buy VOO. I would like to buy 1 share. Unfortunately, I only deposited $1 to get started on Vanguard simply because I use Fidelity. So I don't have enough money to buy 1 share of VOO. If I did, I would just type in 1 share there, order type market, duration day, and then I would go ahead and click on preview order, and then I would have 1 share of VOO. Now you can see the current price over here, $396.58 is the current share price. So this is what you would do pretty much every single month, or you can make a one-time deposit throughout the year. Again, what I do personally is the first of every month, I'll deposit $500 into my Roth IRA. That adds up to $6,000 over the course of a year, which again is the maximum that I can deposit. Now, you will also want to keep in mind that in order to be eligible to contribute to a Roth IRA, you must also earn under a certain income level. If you file your taxes as being single, your modified adjusted gross income must be under $144,000 for the 2022 tax year, for example. And then for those of you with a filing status of married filing jointly, in your case, your modified adjusted gross income must be under $214,000 for 2022. This is a number that will continue to increase little by little each year, so this is certainly a number subject to change. Alrighty, so I do hope this video was helpful. If it was, or you have any comments or questions, make sure to leave them below. And as always, if you found this content helpful, I would appreciate you giving this video a like and also subscribing to my channel. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video.